What if the real reason your marketing is not working has nothing to do with the ads, the platform, or the amount of money you are spending? I see small business owners make the same expensive mistake every day. Sales slow down, so they spend more on marketing. They boost posts, they hire someone to run ads, they print flyers, they try another promotion. They keep pouring money into the top of the business without fixing what happens after a customer pays attention. That is like sending more people into a restaurant where the menu is confusing, the service is slow, and nobody asks customers to come back. More traffic will not solve the problem. It will only help more people notice the problem. Before you spend another dollar on marketing, I want you to fix three things inside your business: your message, the path customers take to buy from you, and the way you follow up after they show interest. These three areas decide whether your marketing turns into revenue or disappears like water going into a cracked bucket. Your message must make it easy for the right customer to understand why they should choose you. Many business owners describe what they sell, but they never explain why it matters. They say they offer quality, great service, fair prices, or years of experience. The problem is that almost every competitor says the same thing. When everybody sounds the same, the customer usually chooses the cheapest option, the closest option, or the business that responds fastest. That puts pressure on your prices and makes every sale harder than it needs to be. I want you to look at your website, your social media, your ads, and even the way you answer the phone. Ask yourself whether a customer can quickly understand who you help, what problem you solve, and what result they can expect. A clear message should feel like a store sign that can be understood from across the street. The customer should not need to stop, think, and translate your words. They should immediately feel, this business understands my problem. Imagine a customer who needs emergency plumbing help. They do not want to read a long story about the company's history. They want to know whether someone can arrive quickly, fix the leak, explain the price, and prevent more damage. The business that communicates those outcomes clearly will usually beat the business that only says, we provide high-quality plumbing services. You do not need fancy words, you need useful words. Talk about the problem your customer is already thinking about. Show that you understand the frustration, the cost, the fear, or the inconvenience behind that problem. Then explain the improvement you help create. This makes your marketing stronger because people pay attention when they feel understood. You are no longer begging them to care about your business. You are connecting your business to something they already care about. A clearer message can improve the number of people who call, book, visit, or request a quote without increasing your marketing budget. The same number of people may see your offer, but more of them will take action because the value is easier to understand. Then I want you to examine what happens when someone decides to take the next step. Many businesses lose customers in the space between interest and purchase. The customer clicks a link, but the page is confusing. They send a message, but nobody replies for 6 hours. They ask for a price, but the answer feels unclear. They try to schedule, but the process requires too many messages. Every unnecessary delay gives the customer time to doubt the decision, get distracted, or contact a competitor. Think about a grocery store with only one register open and a long line. The store may have great products and good prices, but customers still leave because buying feels too difficult. Your business can create the same frustration without realizing it. Make the buying process simple. Remove questions that do not need to be asked. Give customers clear instructions. Tell them exactly what happens next. Make prices easier to understand when possible. Reduce the number of clicks, calls, forms, and conversations required to move forward. I'm not saying you need to rush people or pressure them. I'm saying you need to remove confusion. Customers feel safer when the process is clear. They want to know what they are buying, what it costs, when they will receive it, and what you need from them. When those details are easy to understand, trust rises. When trust rises, conversion usually rises with it. Pay attention to how quickly your business responds. A customer who contacts you today may not still be interested tomorrow. They may have already chosen someone else. You do not need to be available every minute of the day. You do need a reliable system. An automatic confirmation can tell the customer their message was received. A simple response template can help your team answer common questions faster. A clear booking link can allow customers to schedule without waiting for someone to call them back. Small improvements can save hours of work and recover sales you are currently losing. I also want you to experience your own business like a customer. Call your phone number, fill out your contact form, send a message through your social media page, try to place an order, try to schedule an appointment. Notice where you feel confused, impatient, or uncertain. Those moments are not small details, they are leaks in your revenue. Fixing the buying experience can make your marketing more profitable because more of the people you already attract will actually become customers. You may discover that you do not need twice as many leads. You may only need to stop losing the leads you already have. The other major leak appears after someone shows interest but does not buy immediately. Most customers are not ready at the exact moment they discover your business. They may need to compare options. They may need to talk with a spouse, partner, or manager. They may need to wait until payday. They may simply get busy and forget. When you fail to follow up, you are treating every undecided customer like a rejected customer. Those are not the same thing. A customer who says, "Let me think about it," may still be a good customer. A person who requested a quote may still need your service. A shopper who added something to a cart may still want the product. Follow-up gives people a reason to return to a decision they were already considering. I want your follow-up to feel helpful, not desperate. Remind the customer about the problem they wanted to solve. Answer a common concern. Share a useful example. Explain what makes your offer dependable. Ask whether they still need help. A short message can recover revenue that would otherwise disappear. Imagine someone walks into your store, looks at a product, asks questions, and then leaves. You would not chase them down the street. But if they gave you permission to contact them, it would make sense to send a friendly reminder or let them know when the product is available. The same idea applies online. You can follow up with people who request quotes, abandon bookings, download information, ask questions, or purchase from you in the past. The goal is not to annoy them. The goal is to stay present while they decide. Consistent follow-up can also bring past customers back. Many owners spend heavily to attract new buyers while ignoring people who already know and trust the business. That is like filling a restaurant with new guests while never inviting satisfied customers to return. Past customers are often easier and less expensive to sell to. They may need a refill, another appointment, a replacement, an upgrade, or a related service. A simple message can remind them that you are still available. When your message is clear, your buying process is easy, and your follow-up is consistent, your marketing begins to work differently. You stop depending on luck. You stop hoping that more views will somehow create more sales. You build a business that can turn attention into action and action into revenue. This can improve your sales without forcing you to keep increasing your budget. It can reduce the amount you spend to win each customer. It can help your team work faster because they are no longer answering the same confusing questions all day. It can improve customer satisfaction because people know what to expect. It can also protect your profit. When more customers understand your value, you feel less pressure to discount. When your process converts better, you get more revenue from the same marketing. When past customers return, you do not need to pay to introduce your business to them again. These improvements are not only about numbers, they can change your daily life. You may stop checking your sales every hour with a knot in your stomach. You may stop wondering whether you can cover payroll, rent, or next month's bills. You may stop taking every customer problem personally because your systems are clearer and your team knows what to do. You can have more predictable revenue. You can make decisions with a calmer mind. You can leave work without carrying every unfinished task home with you. You may finally have dinner with your family without constantly checking messages. You may sleep without replaying financial worries in your head. You may take a day off without feeling that the business will fall apart. That freedom does not come from marketing alone. It comes from building a business that knows how to use the attention marketing creates. So ask yourself honestly, do you want to keep paying for more people to enter a broken process? Or do you want a business that converts more customers, earns more profit, runs with less confusion, and gives you room to breathe again? Before you launch another campaign, review your message, test your buying process, and contact the customers who never received a follow-up. Fix one obvious leak today, then measure what changes. Your competitors may be spending more, but you can win by wasting less. The real question is this: how much longer can you afford to fund marketing that sends customers into a business that is not ready to convert them?